telling you, and we're playing with Jackson here because he is so adorable. I'm Nancy Kaysen. I'm your host today, and it's good to see all of you all with us today. And I just want to tell you, I hope it's a little bit warmer today than it was yesterday.
Oh, dear Lord.
And if the wind's blowing, please don't be out of the north, okay? Just bring us a good southwestern, and that'll just be fine. But I'm not ready for this weather in November.
No, when it's supposed to be Saturday, it's supposed to be like the 60s.
I know. That's why we're all sick. And this is Brene Beatty, a co-host, and she is
retired.
And gone to the dogs. That's exactly right. And then we have Mary Ballard with us, and Mary's fairly regular with us because she goes out to the shelter early in the morning and picks up a little pet to bring in that we're trying to find a home for. So, Mary, tell us about Jackson.
Jackson is dog. He is so precious.
He is adorable. He's adorable.
He is dog number 406. And he was an owner surrender, so he is available for adoption at this moment. You can come by today or today, yes, and adopt him. Today. His date available out date though was the 12th, so he's given a little bit more time now because of the rate is down on all the dogs, and the intake is up though again. So we need everyone to get a home. He is a male, and he isn't neutered at this time, but the adoption fee, covers the neutering, so he will be neutered. He's 4 years old, so. And the reason I brought a 4-year-old today is because he's the oldest available dog at this time to bring.
That is amazing.
So congratulations to everybody. You are not giving up your senior dogs. I'm
very
proud of you.
That's right. Oh, look at him. He's adorable.
Yeah. It is Adopt a Senior Month, National
I'll go home with anybody. Just give me a call. I qualify.
Dog.
Senior dog.
Oh, no, adopt a senior dog. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right. He is precious. Do we have any idea, kind of, sort of, what he might be?
They say he's a Chihuahua mix.
I would go with that.
So
maybe I would go with that.
Maybe a little bit of feist or something in the background.
Yeah,
because his tail's real.
He is
fuzzy.
Yeah,
and it curls
up.
And,
I think he sees himself.
Oh, how darling! He is precious.
He is cat friendly and older dog friendly,
big dog friendly,
people friendly. Loves to give sugar.
Oh yes. Took him, of course, for his grooming at Pampered Pets. Melissa does that every Wednesday, and she is fostering some cats down there. So he got to meet some cats, and he just walks right by them and just doesn't pay them any attention. But now he's about the same size as the cats, so he doesn't really think they're anything out of the ordinary.
And folks, we bring down. Look at that, isn't that precious?
Look how pretty.
Mary always brings us a dog, and Brene and I've told you this story before. We've had cats on here, and if they get down out of your lap, then they go under pieces of furniture, and you can't hardly get them out. And we've had them before. They talk during the show, and they sing along with people if somebody has their guitar and they're playing it and singing. And so we really try to bring a dog in, but they do have cats down there.
They do, and actually they have a 7-year-old cat, I believe it is, at this time. So you can also adopt a senior cat.
Yes. Okay.
A cat that old we cannot put into the barn cat program because it would not be good for them to go from an indoor environment. I'm sure that was an indoor cat. And that old, I just feel more comfortable if that cat was adopted into a really, really good home. So someone please go adopt that older cat.
Look at him, just sitting
He's precious. I'm telling you.
Like,
look at his curly tail.
He's showing off. All right, now tell us how we go about adopting Jackson.
Okay, you can come and meet Jackson at the shelter at Animal Control at 360 Hill Street. You can go and meet him, bring your own dog, and see if they are buddies. Jackson, I think, would be buddy with any animal, dog or cat. So he's just so friendly. It's a $50 adoption fee, and the adoption fee will cover the spay and neuter of the animal. It also includes their first vaccination and their rabies, and sometimes Appalachia does that. They honor the $50 fee, and Dixie Day Spay honors that $50 fee. And Dixie Day Spay will usually throw in some wormer or something. So they're both are very good veterinarian offices. Dixie's a low cost spay and neuter.
You can take it to your own vet
in Bradley County.
In Bradley County. And the $50 will go toward the cost of it, but a lot of the other vets charge more.
Are a little more
Right.
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're responsible for the balance.
The lowest one that I am familiar with is $90, so
Yeah.
you would have to be responsible for the other $40. The
Okay.
city will pay the $50 adoption fee to the veterinarian clinic, so the city does not make money on these animals. They are there just to provide a service in getting these animals to a home and shelter them until they can find a home. Now, this Saturday is going to be a big adoption event at Tractor Supply
Yes.
from 9 until 3.
Ooh.
And they're also doing a benefit yard sale.
Or a parking lot
A
sale.
parking lot
Parking lot
sale.
sale,
Again,
okay.
yes, since
All right.
it's not a yard, no
Okay.
grass.
Are you going to have any furniture?
We're not sure. It's going to
Bernard
be
knows what to
whatever
pick up.
Yes.
donations is coming in, on a daily basis. So whatever is going to be there Saturday morning, we will sell it.
That sounds good, but see, what I'm always looking for is things for Cherry's Jubilee. So, but Renee
Right,
knows what I'm looking
right,
for, so if she's
right.
there, she can lay it
I'll
aside and then
scoop
we'll.
it up.
Yeah, scoop it up and then we'll
Okay.
get you some money for it. But,
Okay.
yeah, okay, so we're gonna have a parking lot sale and adopt a dog.
Adopt a dog and cats. There will be
Oh,
both
cats.
cats and
I'm
dogs
sorry.
there available for adoption. So come and help support the animals. You might even find a really cute little furry one like this one to take home with you.
It's adorable.
Is
And you
today
said
the
for-
6th? I mean,
And it's
is
from 9
Saturday the
until
16th?
the Saturday is the 16th.
Today's 14th, 15th, 16th, yes.
Okay. Tractor Supply is also having a vaccination
Oh,
clinic.
that's right.
Rabies,
Dr.
yeah.
Bart Bain, the mobile veterinarian, is going to be
We'll be
there
there that
doing
afternoon.
vaccinations.
3
And
to 5,
I think-
something like that. It's in the
right,
afternoon.
it's in the
Oh, it's
afternoon.
after-
It's after
It's
hours.
right
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Right after. I wish
But
he would come
Tractor- yeah.
earlier.
Tractor
Yeah.
Supply is really, really good to
Well, and
help.
then see, you can buy your dog food and your
Oh,
dog
yes.
supplies there too and everything.
Yes.
If you adopt, now, let's explain this
I
to
buy
them.
my dog food there.
Mary, let's
Me
explain
too.
this to them. They can't actually take the dog that day.
Right. Once you adopt the animal, or cat or dog, they are taken by the staff of animal control to the veterinarian, and then you make an appointment with the Appalachia Animal Veterinarian or Dixie Day, and then you pick up your animal after they have been properly vaccinated and spayed and neutered.
Generally with Dixie, they will take them
That afternoon.
You'll
Yeah.
pick them up that evening, yeah.
And it's not that we don't trust you, folks.
But it is. We don't
But
trust
we
you.
don't trust you.
We want to make
Because
sure.
there's too many non-neutered animals running around. So we want to be
Yes.
sure that the dogs and cats are neutered.
You know, since we've been
He
doing that,
isn't.
I was at a meeting today, and Betty was saying that the intake over the past few years, since animal control has been saying, you don't get them, they have to be spayed or neutered before you can pick them up, that the intake annually is going down. So
Oh, good. So it is successful.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Yeah,
steps.
absolutely, absolutely.
But it is working at keeping the animal population down.
Hopefully in our lifetime.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, baby.
But even
precious.
he's 4 years old, and I would have bet money on this one that he would have been neutered. But I'm very surprised that he isn't. Owners need to be more
yeah.
responsible with their animals. It calms them down, although he's a pretty calm little fella.
Well, he's a precious little fella.
And it's healthier, too.
It's healthier,
They,
right, for them.
And that tail just a wagging.
I
He's
know.
so cute.
Little fuzzy tail.
So
He looks
cute.
kind of like a fox.
I know.
He does.
Fur-
His
the fur-
coloring and
yeah,
everything and
look,
the
the
shape
fur-
of his head.
Yeah, and the fur on his back, he's got that little
He's
foxy
just
fur.
adorable.
He's
Now, all right,
precious.
give us some phone numbers,
Okay.
Mary.
Okay, Animal Control, Cleveland, Tennessee Animal Control is 479-2122, and Cleveland for No-Kill City is 464-6070. And if you go to the Facebook page of Cleveland for No-Kill City, you will see all of the animals there that are available for adoption. They have volunteers that go in every day, Monday through Friday and Saturday too. They post the animals on the Facebook page, so you can see everything right there that evening. And Cleveland for No-Kill City is the one who does the adoption events at Tractor Supply in conjunction with Cleveland Animal Control.
Now, we will tell you, folks, that the best thing for you to do when you go to the Facebook page is to, if you see an animal you're really, really interested in,
Right.
and if you like this one, don't call them today and say, I want Jackson. They won't have a clue who Jackson is. Jackson is number 406.
406. Yes.
And that's what they need to know. He's dog 406.
He's dog.
And not cat and not puppy.
Right,
Dog
they have
406.
different numbers.
And so that's what you want to do. And you can call them or fax and say, hold that, let me come over there and look at him right quick. And any of you all that want to, what's that fee called where we say sponsor?
Yeah, sponsor if you want to. If you can't adopt, you can foster an animal for someone who might be a rescue or something. That would be willing to take the animal
but can't take it immediately.
But can't take it immediately because sometimes they require like a 2-week, 10-day quarantine period, and we need fosters for that. If you can't foster, then you can also sponsor an animal to be adopted, or you can.
And it's tax deductible.
Donate, all right?
Yeah.
It is
And
tax
you can
deductible.
donate.
You
Yes.
call over to
Right.
the animal control and say, I want to sponsor an animal. You give them your credit card or write a check or whatever, and it's because it goes to the city. It's and you get goods or services. It's tax deductible.
Very good, very good.
And the
warm,
phone
fuzzy
number,
feeling.
and the phone number there at Cleveland Animal Control, you can call and talk to Jennifer. She'll take all your information. Is 464-6. No, I'm sorry. That's the other one. 479-2122. And you can call and put him on the safe list if you want to adopt him tonight or tomorrow. And call 464-6070, and that would be Cleveland for No Kill City. They are manning their phones 24 hours, 7 days a week.
And that's volunteers.
And that is volunteers
That's
that do
wonderful.
One person who does the phones is in Vermont. We have one in New York. We have people all over the country who are volunteering and doing the phones.
And they'll put it on the safe list, and then they fax that. Joe just peeked around the corner,
producer
I
just
believe.
peeked around the corner, and Jackson wanted to let
He's
him
a
know.
good guard dog. He's a good guard dog.
And he is precious,
He
folks. He
is.
really is.
Joe was saying his time's up, and he said no.
No.
No,
Now, Mary,
Star.
real quickly, tell us, you gave us the address
Okay.
of the shelter, but tell us how to get there.
360 Hill Street is off of Inman Street, and if you're going out of town from downtown, it is on the right, just as you get to that metal salvage place there, recycling. Hill Street is the street that goes right down before you get to them, and they are out there less than a quarter of a mile, so it's very convenient to go out and visit with the animals.
And it is a doghouse.
It is a
it's a
doghouse.
doghouse.
Like a doghouse.
So when you
Has a
get
cat
there.
and a dog on the outside of it. It's really a cute
And a
little
big bone.
building.
And a big bone, yes.
And a big bone.
Mary, thank you so much for
You're
bringing
welcome.
Jackson, and we'll have another surprise for y'all next week. And but Jackson, you are adorable. He needs a home. He's dog number
Yes.
406.
406.
And he needs a home because he's been used to having a home, and he needs one. So Mary, again, thank you so much for bringing him on. 406 Jackson.
Yes.
You don't have to name him Jackson if you don't want to. That's just what we called him. And folks, don't go away. We have some two-legged guests, and they'll be right back with us. So we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back with one of our dear friends. We try to have her on about this time every year, and that's Miss Connie Gatlin, Cleveland City Ballet and Bangarang Productions. And Miss Connie, we got something exciting happening this weekend. Tell us about it.
Well, good morning, and yes, it is very exciting. We're doing the Christmas Ballet this Friday evening at 7 and Saturday at 2. The Christmas Ballet is our Christmas production. We began several years ago looking for a Christmas production, and one of our faculty is actually Mr. Frank A., who's a ballet master at Chattanooga Ballet. And a lot of our girls in Cleveland have grown up doing the Chattanooga Ballet with the Nutcracker with Chattanooga Ballet. Well, we didn't want to compete with that because Frank is part of our staff. So we came up with the idea in the middle of the night one night. This thing hit me.
Like you do.
The Christmas Ballet is about Christmas, and Christmas is Christ. So we tell the story of the birth of Christ. We dance the story of the birth of Christ, from the prophecies in Isaiah to the coming of the Magi. We have all of these various scenes that help to depict the arrival of Christ on earth through the art of ballet, and we just think it makes such a beautiful presentation. We pulled music from a dozen different sources. Some of them are old faithfuls that you're going to know. You're going to recognize Sweet Little Jesus Boy, and you're going to recognize Away in a Manger, but you're not going to recognize the piece that we pulled for Isaiah because it's very Jewish in flavor, and you won't recognize it, but it fits the Jewish flavor that helps us to identify with the prophecies in the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament.
Neat. And how many thousands of, would Cecil B. DeMille be proud of you here with this?
Thousands,
Right.
yes indeed.
Right.
This ballet doesn't include our whole school because we leave this as an option for parents.
Oh.
This is, they do not have to purchase costumes. The studio provides the costumes. So we make it as family friendly as possible. The other thing we do with this ballet is we do it early. It's the second, maybe third week in November, but everybody's doing open houses. We're getting in the Christmas flavor. This weather's helping us a lot. I know it's cold, but it makes us feel like Christmas.
That's right.
We do that primarily to not to conflict with the Chattanooga Ballet's Nutcracker, and also not to conflict with family parties and family church activities and all of those things that are going on in December. We love this time slot. Our parents appreciate this time slot. And we have dancers who are very elegant and extremely qualified point dancers, our older girls. And then we have little 4-year-old ballerinas that are just as cute as they can be.
Just running around.
Literally. And some of them are very serious about their dancing. And some of them are serious about nothing. But they're having a good time on stage. And they may stop and wave at their friend or hug their sister, but they're having a good time. And we have a good time watching. Or we hope for no fighting.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
But
those are the ones I think are so cute. That's the ones I love to see.
It's precious. It is truly a precious moment. And we want all of our dancing is fun. It's a soul uplifting activity, and we want everybody involved in the studio just to be having a good time.
On this almost since the school year started.
We do. We start in late August, and here it is. We're trying to get Christmas spirit in August, but yes, that's when we begin, so that we can do it now.
I remember when I took ballet, working on recitals, and we would start like in January, February for the May ones. So,
that's right. It takes a while. It
Yeah.
takes a while. It takes a village to build a production.
That's exactly right. And
it
some
does.
people dance learn their little steps faster than other people do.
Well, of course, we all do.
That's right.
We all
Go
learn
at
at different rates.
pace. Now, this is going to be, you're just going to have 2 performances.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're in the Bradley High Fine Arts Center, I think they call it. That theater seats well over 600.
Wow.
So it's a good capacity theater. That's why we do only 2 productions. We do a Friday at 7 and a Saturday at 2. There will be tickets available at the door.
Oh,
How much are
The
they?
tickets are $12.
Great price.
We've been charging $12 since the get-go, and we really work on keeping costs as low as possible in everything we do. We want to keep it as non-intrusive into a family budget as we possibly can.
Right, right. So we're going to start with little 4-year-olds and go through adults.
We have 4-year-olds dancing to Away in a Manger.
Oh, how sweet.
And they're dressed in these little white and pastel blue outfits, and they're just off the precious meter. They're just beautiful to watch. And then we have young women who have been dancing since they were 3. We have several point dancers that are extremely accomplished, and they fly off the air. You know, they're amazing to watch. We're really blessed at the studio with incredible training with our teachers. My daughter came home as a 9th grader and said, "I want to study dance outside Cleveland." And I'm going, "Okay, what's that mean?" Okay. And so I went through a learning curve, and we spent several summers at several different studios around the country, and we learned a lot. It's kind of like the Lord prepares you for things before you ever know it's going to happen. Yeah. I didn't know this was going to happen. I'm not a businesswoman, never wanted to be, but I love the art aspect of it and the working with the children. So that's where I am now, and we love doing it. We love having a great time. Our teachers have incredible training. Our lead ballet instructor has a ballet and modern degree from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, which is one of the premier collegiate dance programs in the country.
Now tell everybody where that little 9-year-old is now.
That little 9-year-old girl,
she's
Miss Abigail,
doing this, isn't she?
She is a Radio City Music Hall Rockette.
Yay, Abby!
Wonderful. We're all very proud. You know, this is her 2nd season now. Last season, when she first got the job, there were over 600 young women who applied, who auditioned for the job, and they hired 4. And Abigail was one of them. And then they called her back this summer, and she's in her 2nd season and loves it. She did a PR gig this morning at 6:30 on a New York radio station, TV station.
How neat.
All dressed in their Rockette finery.
Now, I noticed that the Rockettes, some of them come to the Cobb Center in Atlanta and some to Nashville. Might Abigail be coming to either one of those?
No,
she's going to be in New York.
Actually, the Rockettes have a touring company, and that touring company does travel. Okay. They'll be in Atlanta, perhaps Knoxville. They travel all around the country. There is a cast based in Nashville, and they perform in that big Opryland theater there. And there's a cast based in New York City. Of course, we were pleased with New York City. Mama kind of was hoping for Nashville, but, you know, I can't argue with that stage on the Radio City Music Hall.
I bet Abigail was more pleased.
Yes, she was. She was.
And you're headed up there. You're headed up there after the recital, aren't you?
Just as soon as I can get this production over with. We've got a group of actually 15 mamas and daughters from the studio who are going for 4 days. And we'll see the Rockettes, and we will get the backstage tour, meet Ted the Camel, take pictures back there, and then they're seeing a couple of other shows, and then I'll stay on through Thanksgiving.
And that is wonderful. That's such good exposure for the kids, the ones from your studio to see.
It really is.
Yeah. It is. Now, I'm sorry I digress because I'm just so proud of Miss
I
Abigail.
know.
I just think it's wonderful.
Thank you
I
kindly.
just think it's wonderful. But let's go back to the ballet now. It's called Christmas Ballet.
We call it the Christmas Ballet.
The Christmas Ballet.
Act 1 is Nativity, and that's the one I was speaking of previously. Right. Act 2 is called Christmas Cheer. And we've got a little tapping going on. We've got some jazz going on. We've got some all sorts modern. We have a new aspect of modern dance at the studio this year. And it's very interesting. It's very different from typical ballet and very different from jazz and tap. The young women are really enjoying exploring this different aspect of dance, and we're proud that we can offer that. But it's a real mixture of Christmas things that you love, and that's Act 2.
Well, I read in the newspaper, that article in the newspaper that you've got.
Yes.
I was reading all that, and you've got adult students too. So
we
it's
do.
not just the 4-year-olds.
Well, honey, we've got some adult tappers. You should come join us.
Oh.
They're just tapping away, these adults are, and they're fun to watch.
Oh, I'll
they have a
bet.
great time.
Are they going to be in the Christmas
They're
ballet?
in the Christmas
Yes.
ballet.
Oh my goodness.
They're tapping right into Christmas. Yes, they are.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Hey, Nancy,
You all
let's.
should come. You all should come join the class.
Yeah.
You'll be great
Good
tappers.
exercise.
Well, I took ballet when I was, in Athens. Miss Tency McCamish. Do you remember Miss
There
Tency?
you go.
Okay.
Yes, I know
took
the
from
name.
Miss Tency, but I was never going to be a star. I was much better on the tennis court than I was on the stage with my ballet shoes. But it's always, my mother tried to do it for me because I could learn a little balance and a little grace and a little presentation of yourself, and so that may have helped.
We do believe firmly that, I personally believe that this kind of training, number one, dancers are not in competition with each other. A dancer is in competition with herself. Mm-hmm. She's trying to be a better self. She's trying to gain poise and confidence. And young people, particularly young women, need a sense of self-worth and self-confidence, and they need to feel good about themselves. And that's what studio dance is all about. It's to make them feel confident in themselves. There's too much garbage out there that these kids have to deal with in school every day. And if they're, if they feel good, I've accomplished this and I've accomplished that and I can do this and I can come to this studio and I can dance and feel like a beautiful person. I just think it goes goes a long, long way toward helping them be a stronger person.
Not only does it build self-confidence, but it poise, presentation,
Yes, it does.
and posture.
Yes, it does.
I grew real fast, and I was taller than everybody else in my class.
There were 3 boys taller than me all the way through school.
Well, I mean,
that was it.
The boys made fun of me because they all came to here, and so I was doing this. And Miss Harrell, goodness, I bet I still have a hole in my back where she'd go, stand up straight, And
this is the same studio that Ms. Harrell began.
Oh, yeah.
This studio has been, we're in our 76th year now.
See, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. Mrs. Harrell founded this studio, and folks like you took class from her. Yes, indeed. And we're still carrying on
I
that
wouldn't say
tradition.
100 years ago, but it was more like just 5 or 6.
There you go.
That's it.
I understand that. I started teaching when I was 12.
Yeah.
That's my story.
And you're sticking to it. I understand. Let's digress just a minute because you do teach some adult classes there.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
And if anybody out there, adults, are interested, they
Great
can contact
exercise.
Connie because it's great exercise.
It's great exercise.
Oh, yeah.
And adults don't have to come in leotards and ties. Adults can come in their sweat clothes, their T-shirts and soft knit pants, whatever they're comfortable in. Adults are there to gain exercise, to stretch those muscles, to help develop the inner cores that they need as we approach those senior years.
Yes.
But it's great for them.
Great for
There's so much laughter that comes out of an adult classroom. They have a hoot. They're having a great, great time. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Socializing.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I think. And are you still having a yoga class there too? Or I know
We
you
have
did
had
have.
yoga classes in the past. We are in contact now with a young man who's going to be teaching yoga come January.
Oh, okay.
So we will have a new class beginning in yoga come January.
Well, how about a phone number if anybody's interested in any of this or maybe starting their child out in January with dance classes?
And, it's a great Christmas present.
Oh, it
we have
is.
a lot of grandparents who step in and provide dance lessons, little dance outfits, transportation to and from the studio. We have a lot of grandparents who invest that in their grandchildren, and it is a great investment.
Oh,
it's a
yes.
great
It really
investment
is.
in the person that they are becoming. 472-0167. This is the same old phone number that's been there since we all were knee-high to a cricket. 472-0167.
Now tell them where you are.
That is the studio. We are in the old woolen mill, the second floor of the old woolen mill. It is just down from where Maytag used to be. It's on the corner of Church Street and 3rd Street. We're in that studio because wooden floors.
Yes.
It has wooden floors, wooden beams and joists underneath. When a child weighs 30, 40 pounds, it's not a big deal. But by the time a child weighs 70 or 80 or 90 pounds and they're leaping on concrete, it's not a good thing.
No.
It's not a healthy thing. It will give them issues that will plague them when they are 40 and 50. We have wooden flooring throughout, and that's why we're in this space.
Connie, I want to thank you so much for being on with us again. I'm just so excited about the Christmas ballet.
you
I think
so
it's gonna be
much. We're gonna have a
Friday
good
at
time.
7, Saturday at 2. Tickets are available there
Yes.
at the Bradley County Fine Arts Center there at Bradley High School.
Bradley High
So,
School, yes.
Connie, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
And
for
tell Miss
having me.
Abigail
Thanks for
howdy
letting
when
me
you
come.
get to New York.
I surely will.
Folks,
I'll give
don't
her a
go
hug
away.
for y'all.
We've got Mr. Alex Everly to come on and tell you about how you can find some places for your Christmas and holiday parties. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now, Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back with Alex Everly. And I asked Alex if he'd be on with us this morning because he is on the Johnston Woods Committee at Broad Street United Methodist Church. And I just wanted him to come on and tell you all a little bit about Johnston Woods and about some opportunities that you have for the holiday season.
Well, a lot of things that we've got going on right now. We've got availability for banquets and for Christmas parties out in our Hurt Lodge. We've got some renovations going out there right now in November that's redoing the floors. It's going to make the place look like almost a brand new facility.
Wow.
We can do catering for your banquet, or if you would like to provide your own caterer, that's fine too. But it's a place that God really gave to Broad Street United Methodist Church, and what we're trying to do is take it back to the community, and if we can introduce someone to the Lord that way, then so be it. But we want to let everybody know we've got the wonderful facility out there. We've got a couple of lakes that are just as pristine as can be. It's on about a 300 to 400 acre plot of land.
I was wondering about that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just
gorgeous.
absolutely gorgeous, and it's right there, right off of Brimer Creek Road. If you head out Lee Highway south towards Ottawa, where the church used to be with the lighthouse on the left.
Yes.
Okay, that lighthouse is gone now. Yeah, that's what was sad, because when they took it down, there went our landmark. What do we tell people now?
So we had to put a sign up.
Right, so we had to put a sign up. But so anyway, there's a big brown sign there now that that you turn to the right as you're headed, and then you go back Brimer Creek Road about a mile, and the front entrance is right there on your right, and you can't miss it. You're driving back through the entrance to Johnston Woods, you feel like you're in a state park or something like that.
You
'cause
really do.
It's just beautiful.
And you can't really go over about 10 miles an hour as
Oh,
you
no,
go
no, no,
out
no.
through there once you get
Right,
in there
right.
because it's a dirt road and it's not very wide.
Well, we've got it paved
it
all the
is,
way back to,
yeah.
to the lodge, but then we've actually got a separate road that goes to our initial facility, which has one of our lakes and an outdoor pavilion and an outdoor chapel that people can use, which is actually where people do a lot of tent camping. We actually have a tent camp out there in July that Mary and David Ketcherd run called Wonders in the Woods. It's been going on for, golly, 20-something
She
years.
said 26 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot longer than I've been around, I'm
Well,
sure.
yeah, that's, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That
But,
used to be the Girl Scout camp.
No.
no,
The Girl Scouts.
I don't think so.
The Boy
The
Scouts
Boy
have
Scouts
used
now
it.
actually have a big facility out there at Johnston Woods, but I don't know that the Girl Scouts. But hey, if they
When I
bring
was
them on
little
out.
100 years ago,
Uh-huh.
I think we went out there for, how long has Broad Street had it?
years.
Yeah.
Years.
Actually, the Hurt Lodge was built in 1986, and we've had it in the church family, I think, for quite a bit longer than that. So I mean, I remember going out when I was a small child, back before we had anything built out there except the pavilion.
Well, it was somewhere out in that direction because I went to day camp, Girl Scout
Oh,
day
yeah,
camp. I was
okay.
thinking it was the same.
Now,
Like-
roughly, how many people can, if somebody wanted to use the Hurt Lodge for their holiday, one of their holiday parties, roughly how many people can we put
We
in
can
there?
hold up to about 200 people. It
Okay.
just depends on how many people or what floors you want to use. And that's the beauty of the facility, is that we price everything a la carte. And we're going to work with you depending on whatever it is that you need. We're going to set you a price so that you're going to make sure that you're not paying any more than what you're using. So, I mean, it's a wonderful facility that offers great food, great fellowship opportunity, and it's just something that we want the community to know is out there, because it's a jewel. And
It is.
one of the things that has really held it back is that so many people, I don't know how many times I've talked to someone, they say, I didn't even know this was here.
Right. Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is get as much exposure for Johnston Woods as we possibly can. What I'd like to see it happen is, turn it into a facility that has more outdoor activities than any other facility around. I mentioned before, we've got the disc golf course. We've got about 8 to 9 miles of mountain bike trails coming in out there. We're going to have hiking trails. We've got a softball field. We've got a sand volleyball court. Thank you, Sam Sullivan. That was his Eagle Scout
Oh, that's
project.
right, it was.
But he did a great job with that. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful facility. We want Cleveland, Bradley County, and the surrounding area to know that it's there.
And one thing is, if any corporations or businesses need a retreat center.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful.
We've got Wi-Fi hooked up out there. We've got projector and screen. If you wanted to have a corporate retreat, have someone come out and we can provide lunch for you. Or like I said, if you wanted to bring your own catering, that's fine. Weekend retreats, family reunions, weddings. It's been used for all kinds of different things, and it's just a beautiful facility that needs as much use as it can possibly get. We've got a new property manager out there named Brian Arnett, who's just a super guy. Who we actually have 2 of the 4 cottages that we have. We have 4 cottages that house 4 different units in them, and 2 of the cottages are actually also going underneath a major renovation as well, bringing all of our facilities essentially up to the 21st century, so that now it doesn't look like retreat living as much as it does look like your own room.
And the Emmaus community uses that
Oh,
facility all the time.
Yes.
I mean, their
and
weekends are
the,
out there.
The Emmaus community is a wonderful partner with us on this. I think Johnston Woods and Emmaus community are kind of codependent on each other. We couldn't survive without them, and I know they'd find a place to have their retreats, but I don't know if they'd find another place that would be just as nice as Johnston Woods.
And all these outside activities for anybody that has wants to plan a corporate event. Now, not today or tomorrow, folks. Let's wait till it warms up a little bit.
Saturday.
But, yeah, it's supposed to be maybe 60, 70.
Oh,
but
it's warm enough. Put a sweater on.
there you go. But we do have, there's ponds out there.
Oh, absolutely.
For fishing.
Absolutely.
And canoeing.
Absolute canoeing, paddle boating. I wouldn't recommend going out in a canoe, like you said, when it's 40 degrees
Right,
outside.
right.
But yeah, canoeing, paddle boating, fishing. We've got, like I said, the hiking trails that are out there just surrounding the place. And I'm really excited about the mountain bike trails. We've got a gentleman involved that has been very involved in getting the trails built at White Oak Mountain, where Southern Adventists put their trails. He's very involved in that community, and this is going to happen. We're going to have mountain bike trails. Hopefully, the goal is to have about 8 to 9 mountain bike trails out there in about a year. Have people on bikes.
That is exciting. And about the Frisbee golf thing. I think
that was my baby.
Yes, I know, and I've not been out there to play yet. But tell them, in case anybody's kind of like I was when you first came to the finance committee and said we're going to do a frisbee golf, and I'm going. Frisbee and golf don't work together, okay?
Disc golf's a fun game. It's one thing that I got introduced to when I was a kid in college, and I had no money, and I had hours to kill. My buddies and I, we got some discs, and there were a couple of disc golf course there in Bowling Green, Kentucky, the home of Western Kentucky University. Go Hilltoppers!
There you go.
And then we would go out and just kill 2 or 3 hours at a time playing disc golf, and it was just a great way to kind of stay in shape because you're going up and down hills, and it was just something that we had this big piece of land out at Johnston Woods that was wooded, covered up, and we weren't getting any use out of it. And we were able to reclaim that piece of land, and with the previous property manager and I went out, walked it. We didn't want to build a course that was too difficult for a beginner or for a youth or an Emmaus Walk member or something like that. Something that was an easy to medium type course, and I think we accomplished that. It was a 9-hole course. It's undulating. You've got some dog leg left, some dog leg right, some downhill, some uphill. So it's really a nice course.
So I take this little disc.
Take that little disc.
Kind of like a frisbee.
Yep, it's about yay big around. It's hard plastic. You start out with on a little tee pad, and it's basically everything's a par 3. So you count how many throws it takes to get you from the pad and get that disc into a little basket.
How big a little basket?
Oh, about yay big around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I might could do that.
Oh, yeah. It's about yay big around. Okay. It's got chains that hang down that you can use as a backboard. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Good. So there's 9 holes of this. So and you actually keep score.
Well, you keep score in your head. I mean, I always just score over par. Keep your score in relation to par. If you want to take a piece of paper out there and write it down, that's fine. That's up to you.
What is par for that course?
Everything's a par 3.
Par 3.
Everything's a par 3. So,
okay, par 3.
So 27.
There you go. Okay. Yep. And what fun is that? Now, is that kind of open to the public?
That
or
is
how's
open.
That going to work?
That's open to the public year-round, dusk to dawn, or vice versa, I should say. Not dawn, but more like noon to dusk is really when we would, have it open to the public to come out and use. And it's just a way for us to try to introduce Johnston Woods and that property to the public. Not necessarily somebody who's coming out to rent the facility, but make an introduction to them. And like we've said before, if that's how someone can be introduced to Christ, so be it. If it'd be on a disc golf course, that'd be great.
Now, if I go in the big gates there at the front and I go, then how do I know how to get to the Hurt Lodge, I know how to get to the pavilion, but where is this disc golf course?
Well, the first tee is right next to the Hurt Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first tee, you take it up to the Hurt Lodge, and the first tee box is right there to the left of the Hurt Lodge, and that first one is straight down the hill towards the hole number 1, and then you just kind of weave back and forth, and then you end up back at the Hurt Lodge.
How neat.
Cool.
And so anybody can just off the street, if you 6-8 guys want to get together and go out there, or gals?
Head out there. You can go to any sporting goods place around, and they all sell discs now, whether it be Academy or Dick's or any of the other sporting good places around. They'll sell discs. You can buy a driver, buy a putter. That's the neat thing, too.
We have different discs.
Oh, you've got discs. Oh, yeah, different discs. Yeah, because, I mean, you can't. The drivers are hard plastic, so they'll sail on you. So when you get closer to the hole, you want something that's thicker and softer that's not going to sail on you as much. It's going to hold its line. So that's your putter.
Oh,
wow. This is complicated.
It is.
Oh, no. Trust me, it's a lot easier. Most of the people who play disc golf, if it was too complicated, they wouldn't be in it.
All right, now let me ask you, now that we said that's kind of open to the public, what about the lakes and the canoes and the paddle boats? Do you need to be in a group and let them know you're
preferably
coming?
That would be it. But if you wanted to come out and take a tour, we could surely give you a look around and show you exactly what it is that we have to offer. And as far as the mountain bike trails, when they get up and running, they're going to be open to the public too. You're not going to have to come rent anything. We're going to have parking there available, and you're going to be able to just come if you want to make a donation. Same thing with the disc golf course. If you want to make a donation, we'll gladly accept it, but there's no donation required, and you can take off and just enjoy yourself.
Now,
cool.
Is there a number that somebody could call if they're interested, especially right now with the holidays coming up, folks, because they're starting to book up
absolutely,
fast.
Absolutely. Give Berta Silcox a call at Broad Street United Methodist Church. The number is 476-5586.
You did better than Randy.
Yeah, well.
I had Randy on here. He'd been there a week. He didn't know the phone number.
Well,
wasn't fair. I wasn't fair.
No,
too, okay?
you weren't. That's not fair at all.
No, I
Put the new
wasn't.
preacher on the spot
That's
like
right.
that. That's
but
awful.
I've known the new preacher since college, so that's okay. I didn't mind putting him on the spot. So 476-5586
Yeah,
and ask for Berta.
Ask for Berta Silcox, and she'll get you everything you need as far as reservations, let you know what the different pricing arrangements are for depending on what it is that you're looking for your group, whether you want the lodge, whether you want to just use the pavilion, whether you want to rent cottages or not, whether you want catering done or not. We'll work with you, because I mean our customers are the lifeblood of this facility. So
Absolutely.
we're gonna try to work with you and make sure that you get this customized as much as possible for
And
yourself.
they have the lodge beautifully decorated for
Oh, my
Christmas.
goodness,
and there's
yes.
a huge
Oh
fireplace
my goodness, yes.
with a roaring fire
Several
going. So
we got
it's wonderful.
outdoor fireplaces throughout. I mean, you could have a place to just go hike, and we could have a bonfire going for you somewhere. I mean, it's just whatever you would like for your group to have. We're going to do our best to make sure that that's what they get.
Alex, thank you so much for coming
It's
in
my
this morning and
pleasure.
being
Thank
on
you.
with us,
Thank you for
because
asking.
I just wanted everybody to know the holiday season coming up, and the Heart Lodge is beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And if you're looking for a place, and if you just need a place for 30 people,
Yeah.
they can accommodate you out there.
The Hurt Lodge, it reminds you of a really nice ski lodge,
It
because
does.
it's a big open wooden facility that's got glass all along the back, a big wraparound deck across the back. It's
a big
just
stone fireplace.
big stone fireplace
It's gorgeous.
inside. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Alex.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Folks, don't go away, because Brene and I are going to be back with the community calendar. If I can spit that out, community calendar ideas for you. So get your paper and pencil ready, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much. That was
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back, and we've had two great guests this morning and an absolutely adorable dog.
Yes.
So the dog is dog number 406 or 7. 406. And he needs a forever home. He really does.
There's a bunch of good ones over there that need forever homes.
And the Christmas Ballet, Friday night at 7, Saturday at 2 at the Fine Arts Center. Don't forget either one of those. Call Johnston Woods, 476-5586, and talk to Berta and get your Christmas party booked. Now, today through Saturday, the Museum Center's Art Fest is going on, and it will be from It says that that's the special guest thing. Anyway, it's from 10 until 5, Friday and Saturday. Photography, jewelry, fabric art, pottery, painting, glass, handbags, woodworking, blah, blah, blah. Go by there, do a little Christmas shopping at the Museum Center Art Festival.
Yes, and also the Museum Center is calling for quilts for the 2014 Quilt Show, which will be held January 23rd through March the 1st, 2014. Can you believe that? Oh, wow.
No.
Anyway, the theme is Stitches in Time hand quilting, and the museum will accept the first 25 antique quilts finished prior to 1950 and the first 25 contemporary hand-quilted quilts. It will not be juried, so, you know, if you've got one, just bring it, and they'll be accepted first come, first serve.
So we're just going to have 100 quilts this year, 50 and 50?
Look,
And they all have to be 25 and 25, 50.
Yeah, and they
have to be hand
It
stitched.
says hand-quilted quilts.
Whoa.
Hand-quilted, not just hand-pieced.
Yeah, hand stitched, not machine stitched.
Yeah.
Whew, okay.
Whoa.
Well, that's going to be kind of
Yeah.
a special little thing.
Yes, questions may be directed to Curator of Collections, Lisa Chastain, at 3395745.
We'll try to get Lisa on so
Yeah,
she can
that'll-
explain that because and they're going to start taking them January the what?
No,
No,
the
they
quilt
need 'em
show,
now.
Yeah, they want you to bring them now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if we can get
Bring your quilts and completed application form between January 2nd and January 10th.
Okay.
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 So
All right.
you can.
We'll try to get Lisa
ready.
on so she
Yes.
can tell us. Now, Saturday also from 9 to 11 will be open house, preschool through 12th grade at Tennessee Christian Preparatory School. And so if you're interested in going out there and seeing what their academics and their athletic programs, and they have tuition assistance, and they are SACS accredited. So if you want to go out there Saturday from 9 to 11 and check them out, they are on North Lee Highway going out of Cleveland toward Charleston. So check them out.
Yes. And in Athens, their art center is having a holiday trunk show. And it's at the Art Center, and it'll be a 3-day indoor show and sale of fine arts, crafts, handmade gifts from local and regional artisans. It begins November the 21st, and a preview party is 6 to 8 p.m., and admission is $5 or a donation of a recently purchased non-perishable food item for Coordinated Charities of Athens Food Bank. So that ought to be good. They've got a whole list in the newspaper of all of the artists and everything. And they'll also have pictures with Santa from 5:30 to 7 p.m. So you can take your kids, too.
And that's one of those
Yes.
places, folks, and you hear me talk about it all the time, why Cleveland doesn't have a community arts center. I know we have a lot of theaters in town. We have the Dixon, and we have the Con, and we have the new one at Bradley, but we don't have a community theater. And they took an old grocery store, Harrod's grocery store, and made it into this Sue Trotter black box theater, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And it's not much bigger than a large great room, but it's wonderful. Now, Sunday from 2 to 4, there will be, FOLA is going to have a silent auction for antique and rare books, and this will be at the Craig Mile Johnston House History Branch from 2 to 4, and you come and you bid on these books, and the bidding will be from 2 until 3:30, and then the silent auction pads will be removed and the winners will be announced. So you might find some really, really nice old books. And I have
Great
gone
Christmas gifts.
Yes, and I have gone to
bibliophiles.
rare bookstores out of town when Flavis and I were traveling and gotten some nice Christmas presents for people. Bought books that were in their line of work, et cetera, that they couldn't have found anywhere else. So there's that.
And tomorrow, FOLA, that's Friends of the Library, will, at the Craig Miles Johnston House History Branch Library, that's a mouthful.
Yes.
The old library. And anyway, at 10 p.m., the Reverend Joel Huffstetler will review C.S. Lewis, A Life, Eccentric, Genius, Reluctant Prophet. So
his things are tough to read. So,
Yeah.
so if Pastor Joel can tell us about it,
What it
it'd be
means
easier.
and
That's right. It'd be
everything,
a whole
yeah.
lot easier.
yeah, what an education you'll get right there.
Absolutely. Now, Saturday, the Bradley County UT Extension, and they are wonderful, and that's one of the best kept secrets in Bradley
It
County,
is,
and it
it
should
is.
not be. Kay Smith and her crew over there are absolutely wonderful. but it's called Christmas Cottage. It's a workshop and luncheon on November the 23rd, and that's a week from Saturday.
Yeah.
You call and make a reservation, 728-7001, and there'll be a mystery craft that you'll learn how to recycle or repurpose something old into something cute and useful. The crafts include chocolate in a jar, bring a clean quart jar with canning lid, your earrings, trivets. The luncheon will feature delicious home-cooked soups and desserts with recipes. And if you attended last year, you know that it's a wonderful event, and it's only $12 a person. So be sure you call. Now, you have to make a reservation. You can't just show up. 728-7001, and that's at the UT Extension, and it's wonderful.
Okay, I seem to be Athens today.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
Jazzy Little Christmas 8 opens December the 6th and runs through December the 8th at the Sue Trotter Theater in the Art Center in Athens, and it's an exciting kickoff for the holiday season. It features local musicians singing and playing their favorite Christmas tunes, cabaret style. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It does.
The emphasis is on fun, inspiration, and holiday cheer. Begins at 7:30. Advance reservations are required, and to purchase tickets, call 423-745-8781. That sounds like a neat
It is,
thing.
and I will tell you all, Flavis and I go up to Athens. Of course, I was born and raised in Athens, but we go up there a lot to the Sue Trotter Theater and see these presentations, and they're wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now, one of the most marvelous things in the world is the Habitat Restore. There's two of them.
Yes.
One on either end of the county.
Yeah.
And I tell you
Great.
right now, if Cherry's Jubilee just thrives on them, because we just, anytime there's furniture and everything, this is great. But the first anniversary, can you believe this? First anniversary of the new one, which is on North Lee.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
But both stores are offering 20% off store-wise today and Friday and Saturday. And you visit the one on North Lee to register to win giveaways each day. And that's only at the North Lee location. So go in and support. This is wonderful, folks. These Habitat is people that build homes for people who need homes, and they put their sweat equity into these homes. The people that get the homes do. And I know people that have redone their kitchens from appliances at the Restore and
they
this and that.
They have doors. They have
toilets. They have sinks. They have vanities. They have windows.
Yeah.
And occasionally, I have been there before and bought flowers, plants that somebody has come and unloaded a truckload. They're closing down for the season. Unloaded a truckload of plants.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I bought them. They're like dollar a piece or something like
wow.
that. And so it's 20% off.
You never know what you're going to find.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It's potluck.
And here again, books, records. They do not have clothes at the original one, but they do up there on the north end. And 20% off.
Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I've got two absolutely adorable little Santas at the shop that I use for decoration. One of them plays 25 different Christmas carols.
Wow.
They had him for $25, but he was half off. So I got him for $12.50. He's not for sale at the Red Ribbon, but he entertains you at the Red Ribbon. And another one has a little candle in his hand, and he just kind of bows, and he lights up. And I think I got him for $12.50. So, and I don't know whose home they came from, but they're wonderful.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Thank you very much. So they have Christmas decorations. I've seen those Department 56 Village pieces up there. I've seen Precious Moments up there. Folks, it's amazing what you can find in there. So Christmas dishes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and really nice rugs.
Yes.
Large ones.
Yes.
Really nice.
And nice furniture that, like I say, Cherry's Jubilee, we run in there every chance we get and run through it. And this would be a good time for me to look today, tomorrow, Saturday, since I get 20% off.
That's right.
So we hope you all wrote all this down. We're hoping it's going to warm up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Good golly. Yesterday was...
people, when it's cold, please bring your animals inside.
Absolutely.
Please bring your animals inside. If you're cold, they're cold.
Unless you have an animal like mine who does not want to come inside.
But you provide
Yes.
a
She's
place
warm.
for-
She's
yes.
warm. And she's comfortable, and she's fed, and she's watered, and but she don't want to be inside, and that's fine. But because she's afraid a raccoon or something will run across the porch and she'll miss it. So anyway, but we'll be back with you next week with some more guests and
don't forget our parking lot sale.
Yes, parking lot sale at Tractor Supply.
Yes.
And be sure that you go by there, and Renee's going to scout that out for me for Cherry's Jubilee.
Yes, I am.
Because I'll have the shop open during that time. So we'll be back with you next week. Stay warm, folks, and be safe.
Have a good one.